Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking the Real Housewives of Orange County, season 16, episode 6. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So at the beginning of the episode, we see Heather and her daughter Max. Of course, you know, they're really excited about Max's book that's coming out. And her and Max go to a place to have their auras and chakras evaluated. And, you know, I don't know enough about people's auras or chakras. I know that they're 7 and I know that they're, you know, beautiful colors. However, I don't know enough about it to really speak on it. All I know is that they had some bonding moments. Heather hired the aura lady to come to Max's party so that she could give aura readings to all of the guests at the party.
Found out there's a little fridge.
All right, that's good.
Take a wild guess. Pick a continent. Not in the United States, not in Puerto Rico.
Is it oh, South Africa?
He is in mother Mykonos.
Think about where Mykonos even is.
I just, you know, Noella thinks that the United States and Puerto Rico are continents, I guess. And Gina thinks that South Africa is a continent. I don't know. What? This is ridiculous. I'm not really great with geography. I'm not, but daggone it. You know, I'm concerned. Anyway, when she tells Gina that not to tell anybody, I said, girl, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Before Gina can get out your driveway, Emily and Heather are gonna know about you finding sweet James in Mykonos. I'm just saying. She makes this comment that James has not had any problems moving on. Lady, we knew that. Okay, tell us something we didn't know. You were the last to realize Sweet James has a little peach somewhere. I'm just saying. And the whole thing about her pleasuring herself, we didn't need to know. As a matter of fact, we don't even care. Moving on. Then we see this sauna date with Heather, Jen, and Emily. And we find out that at some point, Jen dated a billionaire, but she broke up with him. And then 3 days after she married Ryan, he sued her for $850,000. He said that all the things he gave her were just loans and she needed to pay him back. Honey, listen. Oh my gosh. Billionaire Ryan. I don't know. Anyway, she says that it was a battle and they ended up just paying him whatever it was that he wanted so that the situation can go away. However, after the sauna date and the nail appointment that they have afterwards, she has to go back to work because she is the sole provider for her family. You know, and Emily asked her, was there any resentment? And she says that, you know, there has been a little resentment. They've been working through it. They've gotten past it. And Emily says that she understands. And I'm thinking that Emily understands because of all that time Shane could not pass the bar. Personally, Ryan seems to go on a lot of business trips for somebody who is not employed. I could have sworn when they first introduced us to her, she said that he does something with Airbnb. I don't know. Ryan, if you are not truly working, you need to get a shirt and a resume. Get you a job. Let me go on about my business. And then we have the thirsty moment of the sauna. When Emily, who has no business, no storyline, I'm assuming that since this is the second time we've talked about subs with Emily, that she is trying to get herself some sort of endorsement deal, or this is her storyline this season. She's endorsing Jersey Mike's and Subway. First of all, was there mayonnaise on that sandwich? Because Heather had cranked that sauna up to 150 degrees. I don't think mayo is stable at 150 degrees. And why is your purse in the sauna? This was a planned moment, and I really wasn't here for it. There is no way you can tell me that you could not wait 10 to 20 more minutes to get you a sandwich. I'm just saying. So then later they go to get mani-pedis. And you know, I'm a little jealous every time I see these housewives go get these mani-pedis. I have never had mani-pedi anywhere where they brought me a glass of champagne. I mean, one time I did go somewhere, they did offer me a bottle of water. I was so shocked. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, Heather takes the opportunity to rub it in a little more that she's got money, honey. She is rich, 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 okay? Her and Terry has brought some property in Idaho and they're planning on building a home there. But unfortunately, for some reason, they don't have any builders there right now. I don't know, okay? So she lets the ladies know that her and Terry have decided to buy or build a place in Cabo. And she would like to get all the ladies together to go down to Cabo. I said, well, la-ti-da, look at you, rich lady. Then, of course, you know, they have to go on to talk about Noella.
Different people.
That she called you a fake bitch?
No, that was the first thing.
Oh, there's more?
You heard that too?
Yeah, Nicole told me.
I invited her to Max's book party.
Listen, thank you, Jen, for reaching out to Noella, but personally, I would not. After the things that she said, how she acted, I don't have to be friends with you, woman. I'm just saying. Heather, let it go. Why is it that the last 3 episodes we have had to bring up that Noella called you a fake bitch? Okay? Half the viewers call you that. And worse. I'm just saying. Anyway, and Emily had to let it be known. You see how quick she was? Noella called you a fake bitch? I mean, really? Emily, get you some business. Seriously. I don't understand what the big deal is. Invite her to the party, disinvite her to the party. Hello, goodbye when she's at other events. It's not a big thing. Why are they wrecking their brains about this? Either she's invited or she's not invited. If she is invited, hey, hi, bye, move on. This is crazy to me. Then we see Shannon and her daughters visiting her mom in Nashville, and I was really happy to see them all together, and you could tell that her mom was excited to see all of her girls. Shannon spends the majority of her lunchtime talking about that divorce, and at the beginning of the conversation, I was extremely ticked off. I said, now listen, this is going on 4 or maybe even 5 seasons where Shannon's storyline has been something to do with this divorce. He did this to me, he cheated on me, oh my God, me and my girls, oh my God. We have seen therapy appointments, acupuncture appointments, we have seen feng shui, we have seen Reiki appointments. Listen, I'm done. We are done, we are over this. You cannot keep doing this to us. I was that pissed. And then
dating Reese?
2 months.
Basically been 4 months.
Okay.
I've never been in a relationship before. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I don't deserve it, or like, I feel unworthy of that, you know?
Now this really hurt me. It hurt me on so many levels. First level, as a mom. I don't want any child ever thinking that they do not deserve real love, that they do not deserve to be treated with respect, that they don't deserve to give and get the love that they want. That breaks my heart. The thought that Sophie thinks that she is ready to marry Reese, who she has only known for 4 months. Slow down, Sophie. I think that Sophie is an amazing girl. Shannon may be all over the place, a little kooky, a little frantic, but her daughters seem to be down to earth, lovely young ladies. And they all deserve real love. Shannon told her mom that her kids have seen a bad marriage, and her mom says something like, so have you. So I can understand that you don't want to pass this on to the girls. So maybe instead of all the feng shui and the Reiki and the, appointments for you and the acupuncture and, the Botox and all that stuff, maybe you should have gotten some real therapy for your daughters so that they have a chance to actually express themselves and how they feel about the marriage, the divorce, and the aftermath of the marriage and divorce, and the new baby sister or brother that they have, that their father has with his new wife, and what they want, what they need going forward, instead of centering this whole thing around you. I don't know, I thought I remembered Sophie was writing a book about divorce. I wonder how that's going. Anyway, I look forward to nothing but great things for Shannon's little girls. Those ladies are adorable and they have a good future ahead of them. I just hope that they don't allow Shannon and David's crap to affect their lives going forward as far as what they need, want, and deserve. You deserve the world just like everybody else. Everyone, every man, every woman deserves to have good in their lives. That made me
She
sad.
wants me to see this. She wants me to feel impressed. I had my suspicions before, but this is pretty concrete evidence. This is a shrine to a complete and really, really good narcissist.
Nicole told me you called me either a phony bitch or a fake bitch.
The person I'm really angry with, obviously, is James. But your name got brought up, and it was literally like phony bullshit.
I'm gonna let that one go. Then there was more.
Honey, listen, this was too much. It really was. Noella. I agree with her. Everything she said about Heather, I 100% agree with. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She probably absolutely invited you there so she could rub it to your face. Look at what I got. And I'm doing this infomercial stuff. It was an infomercial.
What's this, an infomercial? What's this, an infomercial?
Noella has Heather's number, period. What was also weird to me is Noella did say that Heather and Terry were slamming people against walls. Then it changed to shoving people against walls. She claims that she heard it. I don't know what's going on with this story. There's a lot of backstory about this situation that involves Nicole. Either way, I was so excited to see Noella calling out Heather for her BS. However, it would have been even better if she had just said it to her face. You know, I mean, I'm not saying I want to see a whole confrontation, but it's always better to say it to your face, you know, because when it gets down to the reunion, it's going to go down anyway. It's a lot of housewives that talk real big stuff in the confessionals. I'm just saying, say it right there to the person. So about the shoving against the wall thing, here's the thing that's weird, that's going around on social media. People want to know what is going on. Why did Nicole stop filming with the group for a while? And when Noella was on Watch What Happens Live, she says there's this whole backstory regarding Nicole and her not being able to say what she wanted to say on the show. And then there was also clips or flashbacks during the episode when Noella, it seemed to try to bring it up, and then Nicole told her that was it and she was no longer going to talk about the situation. I don't know. It seems like to me that there is something to some of these things that Noella is saying, but the DeBros have been able to get production to keep everything quiet. And even though Noella is a little weird, a little kooky, she's acting a little crazy, she is bringing her own storyline and she is very entertaining. I'm entertained. Everybody is saying that Nicole used Noella to get on the show, but then at some point she was served some sort of cease and desist by Heather because of the rumors that Gina spread around. And because all of this cannot be filmed for the show, her and Noella have kind of fallen to the wayside. And then there's some kind of argument online going on about Nicole started dating Jim Bellino, Alexis Bellino's ex-husband or something. I have no idea. Listen, honey, the rumor mill is going all over the place regarding Nicole, Noella, and Heather. Jim Bellino was thrown in the mix as possibly being Nicole's boyfriend. And honey, listen, we could have got rid of Emily and Shane and brought back Vicky, because you know Vicky is going through this whole thing with Steve, her ex. Steve has used and abused, allegedly, Vicky, and now he is engaged to some young 30-something. I mean, really, Steve? Nasty buzzard. I'm just saying, I would have loved to see all that unfold on the show. I would have watched. I mean, I'm watching this mess now. Listen, I'm hoping that they bring all of this onto the show so we can find out. As I'm watching Heather explained to Noella how she feels about the comments that she made and how she found out about these comments, I'm reminded of myself of when Noella was on Watch What Happens Live a couple weeks ago, and she was saying that her and Nicole are great friends. Nicole is a really good friend to her, and she pretty much lets us know that Nicole couldn't do much or say much because of, you know, whatever this is that's holding her back. I think it's some sort of gag order, in my opinion. And I thought, but what we saw was pretty much enough for us to know she's not a good friend, period. Well, you know what? I appreciate Heather for coming right out, letting her know that she doesn't think that she's the right friend for her. Everyone does not have to follow her like she's the Pied Piper. No, ma'am. We're done. We're done with you. I appreciate that. Go on about your business, Noella. Nobody needs to beg Heather for friendship. So the next time we see them, they're all at Max's party, and this is what I appreciate. Noella shows up to the party, her and Heather double cheek kiss. Hey, nice to see you, thank you for coming, and separate. That's grown woman business right there. I don't have to like you. I don't have to want to be bothered with you, period. I saw you, I said hello, I was cordial. Now I'm gonna disengage. That is something that I can deal with. That's grown women. On the way to the party, we see Shane is in an attitude because Emily fell asleep and I guess he did not get the sex. So it was a problem. But then at the party, we hear Shane having a conversation with Terry. Terry wants to know if he would like a drink. Shane says, no, I've never touched a drop of alcohol. Terry says, not even marijuana? Terry, what is this? Go on about your business. Nicole shows up with a purse shaped like an old cordless phone. I'm assuming, like Emily said later in the episode, that this was a $15,000 purse. No, thank you. However, when she walks into the party, she hugs and double cheek kisses everybody except for Noella. And it brought me back to that comment about what a good friend she is. We find out later in the episode that Noella and Jen met up and had a little lunch, and they have decided to, you know, work through their issues. Noella took responsibility and said that, you know, how she acted at the party was absolutely wrong, and that she overreacted, and that she sort of took her anger out on Jen, which is what all of us were thinking, you know, in the first place. But then I said, what is happening here? Who is producing this show? We get a full scene of Emily eating a sandwich in a sauna, but we don't get to see Nicole and Noella's conversation.
Hello. No hug for me. I love that while I'm going through this, that my friends, not reaching out, not saying, hope you're okay.
Clearly, I cannot be the friend that you want me to be. I don't think you're being kind, and I'm going to end the call. Thanks for the call. Bye-bye.
We also don't get to see Jen and Noella's conversation. Why? I would have rather seen that than to see Heather and Emily in a sauna. And I'm thinking, is it due to the gag order, allegedly? I don't know if it's a real gag order or not, but why couldn't we see the full scene?
Name is Ryan, but then he decided to change it. He just decided to make it like Ryan. All his new name does is confuse people and make it difficult to pronounce.
That was dumb. You know, what the hell? Seriously? First there's the no t-shirt everywhere, not even a t-shirt in carpool lane. But now you've changed your name from Ryan to Rye. Boy, grow the hell up. This is ridiculous. This says to me, thirsty for sure. You are absolutely parched. You are doing too much. You are too old for this. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. We also find out that at 27, Emily was much hotter. And we find out that her current hair is not all hers, which I am shocked by, because I have said multiple times, I love that woman's hair. And I really did think all of it was hers. Her hair is beautiful. Then Emily mentions that she's going to be riding horses in Cabo, and she invites Noella to go riding with her as well. And Noella tells her, I was not invited. Is anybody shocked? Girl, please. You are not invited. And Heather is not going to invite you because you are not lining up to kiss her butt like the rest of the housewives. And that's why I like you, Noella. Keep that same energy. You don't need to go to Cabo. But we do see in the previews for next week, somehow she shows up. And I don't think Heather was happy about it. As the night goes on, Emily is drinking way too much.
I may have to pull Emily out of here soon.
Purse costs $15,000. No one paid for me to go to school, Dr. Jack.
I was on scholarship.
Did your boyfriend pay for you to go to school?
No.
Just say it. You like the money. Say it. Say it. Say it. Oh my God, Gina! Gina!
I think that Emily is a mess and she's absolutely overstepping and it's embarrassing right now. Is it good TV? Absolutely, because she hasn't really given much. But at the very end of the episode,
I'm sorry I fell asleep last night. Please don't be mad at me. I'm gonna put out when we get home.
Does that mean butt sex is possible?
Okay, I'll let you do that.
did you catch that butt sex comment from Shane? And Emily said, okay, she'll let him do it. There's no way that they could not have forgotten that they are wearing mics. Shane doesn't touch a drop of alcohol, so you are very sober, sir. All you've had is water and juice this evening. You have to know that you are wearing a microphone. That is just a bit much. I don't need to know any of that. I don't want to know it. Oh, I'm just saying. Anyway, you guys, this episode was okay. It wasn't given much. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.